The game, ladies and gentlemen, is starting, and as you can see, we have now the first match in this best-of-3 series here, played between 2Arc and Resurgence. And right now, to the left side of the map is Resurgence, in this best-of-3, playing with Equinox on Johanna. We're currently seeing Dehu on ETC, Rixie on Rhaegar, Lunara played by Killik, actually, and Shot is playing Jaina for the team. To the right side of the map, in this final of the Enter the Storm North America qualifier, we're seeing Sunshine on Diablo, Zagara, played by LZ Gamer, Trader on Kel'Thas, Krohn on Zeratul, and Tiger on Tyrande. Especially, of course, like LZ Gamer is constantly playing his Zagara, usually at the top lane, of course, but first of all, placing a few of those creep tumors maybe down in the middle. Sunshine here from this Diablo skin. And it's going to be really interesting to me personally if Zeratul is going for Shadow Assault. I mean, Void Prison is of course the talent that you would expect. It's the talent that we've seen over the last few months. But Blizzard buffed a few of the rogue abilities and Shadow Assault is one of them. And in theory, if you have that new Shadow Assault, then you can really just like stick to a target and jump into the backline. You can deliver a lot of damage to heroes like Lunara, like maybe a Jaina. So it's something that I want to see at some point. Not really sure if it's going to happen in a final, but it would be cool to actually see that. I mean, in the last game, for example, ETC actually played with the stage dive once again. We've seen Falling Sword used by Johanna. Blizzard has done a really decent job trying to buff the underused heroic abilities and done pretty well with that. We have once again, oh, there comes already Diablo trying to go in, missing it. No stun lock right now from Tiger and Diablo. Oh, Sunshine is taken down. That was a bit of a missed combo that they had there. Big problem for them, actually. One of the issues that they are going to have is that Diablo is run as a solo tank, with a solo heal at that. And personally, I have never really seen a solo Diablo succeed in the late game. In the early game, especially in the Tyrande composition, he can be very powerful because you have that great engage that Tyrande can follow up with a good stun and then you can burst targets down. The problem is really the mid and the late game when Diablo is starting to fall off quite heavily as the solo tank and oftentimes bursted right away in fights. So that's a huge problem, or could be a problem for Sunshine. I'm really curious to see if 2Arc can make it work, because as I said, so far, the games that I've seen in this setup have more or less always ended with the Diablo team losing. But for now, they're doing well, and Equinox might fall here. Getting blocked by Jaina feels bad, man. Oh my god, the owl actually grazing Equinox. But he welled up and is now able to move back in again. We're seeing again the shrines taken here. We're going to go over the talents in a moment. Most of them still standard. Also cooldown reduction build now for Tyrande. Diablo in a bit of trouble. Gets attacked again. Sunshine with problems. Rixie wants him. But Gravity Lapse is there. And Diablo about to fall. Stayed alive for much longer than I thought. And they get the counter kill against Johanna, for at least for now. Well done. And they also secure now that bottom shrine. So we have first of all now again Feral Heart taken after the electric charge, so for the radius increase. As I said before, Europe currently plays more with the Lightning Bond, but in North America this is the preferred talent level 1 for the new Lightning build for Rhaegar. We're seeing also the Natural Perspective again chosen as the level 1. Devil's Dew has been claimed, and we are seeing the Vorpal Blade, which of course with the Fire Devil on Diablo, and Vorpal Blade of course, allowing Zeratul to jump in and target. He's going to try and immediately take down Lunara in those fights then later on. And of course another great target for Krohn is Shot with his Jaina here. At the top lane, pretty much the picture that you would expect. Most of the lane is under complete control of LZ Gamer, getting the creep tumors in. He sees everything coming from a mile away, and they are currently just like trying to somehow get one of these shrines again. As you can see now, Resurgence is moving in, and they actually have a bit of a lead in experience. Nothing like too fancy yet, but it's still there. At the bottom lane, Killing and Rixia trying to hold these three heroes off. Zagara still claiming the shrine, and that puts a lot of pressure into the mid lane, where we have Equinox and Shot trying to deny Grow the Dragon Knight. Rhaegar actually eliminated at the bot lane. That is a problem. Now they find themselves also down in heroes, and that's a huge issue actually for them. So 2Arc is doing exceptionally well here, keeping the pressure up. Killing is trying to jump in, hops in with Bambi. Bambi against Tyrande, trying to soak it right now, not seeing anything. Here comes Kel'Thas though, and the stuns. Yes, that is the end of Bambi. No chance. Sorry, Lunara, but you were a bit too far out there. Also Shot against Jaina. There's the fight. Oh, nice Vorpal Blade. He was blinking in, out Vorpal Blades. Look at Krohn, the plays. But Jaina is still getting away here. But I'm really, really liking the way that he's currently using his talents here. Once again, The attempt to go for the Dragonite, level 7 talents on both sides with the cooldown reduction on Johanna. She goes for a massive cooldown reduction, by the way. Also using that right now with the Eternal Retaliation. Jaina finally about to die, or maybe not. Nice body block by Rixie. Equinox on the other hand, he is down. Jaina survives, or does she? Oh, shot. Mistakes were made. Sunshine is going in for the kill, drops it, and now the Dragonite in the hands of 2Arc. Too much pressure in the early game here. A few mistakes. Level 7 talent adjustment on Jaina now with the Frost Armor. We're seeing at the same time at the bot lane Lunara. And Lunara on level 7 went straight into the Wild Vigor. We actually seen that a lot. We have seen one Lunara, I think, going into an alternative talent on level 7, but besides that, it was always like more or less the same build. Devastating Charge actually used on the level 7 talent for Diablo, where we mostly see battle momentum taken. So also an interesting adjustment for him. Tyrande, even with the battle momentum on level 7 now on her side too, to make sure that she gets an incredible cooldown reduction. Taiga knows fully well that a lot of the game is going to hinge on his ability to heal, and that's why he needs to make sure that that cooldown on Shadowstalk is going to be reduced as much as possible, and is most likely also going to head into the Overflowing Light on level 13, because he will have a lot of trouble keeping Diablo alive in the later stages. But at least for now, they're doing fairly well. As I said, Diablo compositions in the early game usually very powerful, and that's of course something that 2Arc is currently trying to use in the sense that they are attempting to snowball this. Diablo, if you're playing on the same talents, on the same levels later on in the game, is struggling. He is definitely a bit of a liability as a solo tank with a solo healer. But if you can snowball and if you are ahead of your opponent, like during all of those fights, then of course you're in a great spot. And that's currently what 2Arc is trying to do. They're trying to just like snowball the early game and making sure that they're always staying a little bit ahead, getting the objective on the map, and they've been doing a pretty decent job at it so far. They lost 2 heroes in the early stages of the match, but right now they are with 5 kills against 2 in the lead, and they got that first Dragonite to drop a few of the towers and therefore gain extra experience. At the top lane, LZ Gamer still very solid, doing his thing. But he's now being attacked as Equinox moves in. Doesn't really want to go for Zagara though, just like trying to zone out a little bit. And the bot lane with a 4 versus 3, and they can't really do too much. Rhaegar, by the way, now also going for the level 7 cooldown reduction talent. So, oh, stage dive used! The 10s versus 10! And nice Void Prism in the backline now though. But we have Apocalypse as well. ETC is on the run, gets healed, modded Ancestral Healing. Rixie, you boss! The kill against no 1, 2. Yes, Trader's down as well. Taiga is down too. It's a double kill that they get here. Diablo died too, but of course he's already back to business. The level 10 abilities were ready for both teams, and immediately ETC using the stage dive here. Thornwood Vines also used, and oh my god, was that a play. Resurgence here with great moves, and especially Rixie with that heal on Rhaegar. That was so close. ETC was about to fall with a good Void Prism from Chrono and Zeratul, making sure that the backline was completely zoned out there, but then the heal keeping ETC alive, and they don't even lose a hero and can now not only come back into the game but also take a lead in experience. Great play here by Resurgence once again. We're seeing at the top lane at this point Deu taking one of the shrines. He is very close to having his cooldown ready again for the stage dive, so he can jump in, but the mid lane is not even contested at this point. It looks like they're letting it go. Tyrande can hit the owl, and she probably will. There comes Zeratul, yeah, Owl is hitting home. At the top lane, we have Zagara up against ETC. ETC, yeah, well, he has to dash away. He can't take it here. There's another attempt, though, to go straight in, and yes, the top shrine has been claimed by Zagara. The kill against Zeratul, though, well played here. Great job once more, and that is 6 kills against 5 now. Heroic ability is up. Already, Equinox on the way up to the top lane to defend the 40 here, to deep push that, to get extra experience for the team, get them closer to 13, that talent lead that they want. In terms of damage at this point, we're also looking at Lunara with 9k, not too bad, but 13,000 on Jaina, still a bit better, 17,000 already on Zagara, so that works quite well for them. Yeah, level 13 talents, that's what they're currently aiming for. We're still waiting for a move down to the bot lane. Up at the top, Johanna against Zagara still. Down here, ETC jumping in. Here comes the Apocalypse, but Diablo is once again in trouble. And yes, welcome to the problem. Diablo just, in this case, does not have that sustain that he needs to really survive there. Once again, they're all starting to jump in for the potential kill at this point. Looking pretty solid with the Void Prism. The kill against... No! Bambi jumps away, but Zeratul drops her. Shot gets the Ancestral Healing. ETC sliding through though, but Diablo is back. the Lord of Terror. And this is again a really even trade between the two teams here. Diablo might die pretty fast, but he's also back just a few moments later. And with Devil's Due, he will need very few souls to make it happen. Spell Shield now for ETC. We're seeing Rega with a cooldown reduction on his heal with the tidal waves on level 16, and also an ice block for Jaina, playing very passive here against that Zeratul style that we see from Crone, who went into the wormhole now. Sprint on Tyrande, sticking it out with the NA style, not going for the overflowing light. The talent got, of course, a bit nerfed by Blizzard, but considering that she is the solo heal in the game, I really expected her to go for the extra healing power. Instead, it is the safety first move that she went for. Not too bad either. As long as she's alive, of course, there is still hope. But we are also seeing now the chain bombs for Khaldor, and that's really well. A lot of the power is going to unfold for the team. Again, the Dragon Knight for them. Great play here by 2Ark. Both of the teams actually showing some exceptional team fights here. I'm liking it a lot. But here comes now that move again, with a quick punt away. LZ Gamer is dropping very fast in hit points on his Dragon Knight, and he's going to lose it now. But we still have Crone going for the fort, dropping the Singularity Spike and taking it out. Job well done, but ETC is there, and they drop Zagara. No chance for LZ. Here comes the Apocalypse. They're trying to go for Johanna. ETC jumping in! Sunshine is dead again. Shot still alive, but Crone! Oh my god! He dies too. Zeratul and Jaina are both dead, but it's a 1-for-3 trade that we see now. Zagara down, Diablo down, and also Zeratul. And Diablo is just currently evolving into the punching back of Resurgence. That's what we are seeing here in most of these encounters, that he's just focused down really, really fast. Bambi, well, Lunara, she's currently at 19,000 damage that she can dish out. Nice Phoenix here, actually, at least very annoying. Rixie is very low in mana. He can't really heal the team. They're getting those 2 Siege Giants anyways, but they have to be careful now and move back. They're only slightly ahead in experience at this point. Kalthus with a 36,000 heal already. Looking at the talents once again, we have of course a bit of new talent art. Firestorm and Fire Devil, very normal talents to take on the hero, but of course now a bit new talent art, and that's why we have to point that out again. Here's the Feral Heart plus the Blood and Thunder that has been used as already announced, and the Tidal Waves now in the case of the level 13 talent, whereas Bambi went for the unfair advantage on level 13, while Vigor taken on level 7, as already pointed out a little bit earlier today. So right now we're seeing the teams again just like trying to go for the extra talents. Level 16 has already dropped for 2Ark. They're still slightly ahead. They took down a few more structures. Both of the teams have now the extra talent. Rending Cleave in the case of Zeratul. We're seeing Ranger taken for Tyrande. And also now in this case Rampage for Diablo with the shield talent. So extra damage on the shield per tick against heroes for Rixie. Lightning Shield being buffed. Numbing Blast has been taken as well. They're going in again, and Zeratul is about to fall here. Void Prison, no, he dies anyways. He was trying to keep himself alive. ETC jumps in deep into the backline. Diablo is about to fall, and ETC is sliding in for the kill. Gets it. The Maw is good, but it's too late. And they are trying to go for Tiger now as well. Blast Hammer even on Equinox Johanna, but that hasn't really done anything. It's still a double kill for them. And yes, Rega is there to keep them alive. And now it's Dragon Knight time, of course, for them now too. So Blast Hammer has been claimed. Echo Paddle for ETC. We're also seeing now the double Mutalisk that has been used. Diablo is already back. Like, Sunshine is back to business. But of course, like, we have 14 kills now against 8 overall. At the bot lane, Jaina is claiming first of all the Shrine. And let's keep in mind that there's also a Siege Giant camp that is attempting to drop the fort here. Tyrande is back, so she can hit the Owl, and she does. Owl does a lot of damage. Instinctively, the heroes were trying to block it, but there is Pierce, and that did a lot of work thanks to Ranger. But of course, in the second attempt, then Dehu is getting the Dragon Knight. And this is currently a 13-minute Dragon Knight. One of those that starts to hurt a little bit more, and that's what they're currently trying to put to some use down here in the middle of the map. At the bot lane, the Siege Giant camp has taken out the fort, so we see a very solid lead in experience now for Resurgence. They're actually looking very, very strong here once again in a final. For the 3rd time in a row, if I'm not mistaken. These boys really are the real deal when it comes to strength right now. They're showing their power in every single tournament that we have here. Level 18, but 2Ark is not a team that you should count down out lightly. They are going to try and make their comeback, but it is going to be a bit more tricky. As I said, late game, mid-game, late game, Diablo as a solo is just super difficult, and you can currently observe exactly that in every single fight that we have. Still, they have only a 1 level disadvantage, so they might be able to just use that. Once again, Trader starting to move in with the chain bombs. At the bottom of the map, we are seeing the Dragonite starting to also move in for the additional damage. Towers are dropping everywhere, but the rotation is there. Equinox, nice positioning, making sure that he can zone in the bush, that nobody is flanking, especially, of course, Bambi without the knowledge. We have Dehu moving away now, ETC, Bambi with a bit more acid against the towers, trying to take them out here. They have to be careful, and they are going now immediately again for one of those camps, but Zeratul is there. Void Prism has been used. ETC slides in. Equinox is still holding it, though. Equinox is still there. Apocalypse has been used very nicely, but there comes a great... Oh my god, that Ancestral Healing was beautiful. Kill versus kill. Diablo down, but so is Johanna, and ETC is dead as well. All those chain bombs. That was, of course, a horrible, horrible spot for them to run into such a combo. First, the Void Prison hits. Then we see all those Apocalypse just go down, lock him in place. And that is the opportunity that Khaldor needed to just drop all of his spells, especially the chain bombs. And he just exploded in damage. No pun intended. That was pretty brutal what we saw there. Still a decent trade. I mean, it could have been way worse. Let's be honest about that for a moment. Could have been a lot worse, but then again, it wasn't really. So once more, we have known 16, the Starwood Spear taken. Didn't really talk about the talent yet. As I said, Northern Exposure has been chosen here. Starwood Spear for the increased damage for her as well. The Rising Storm, I've been talking about the talent a bit earlier when it was taken, but now the teams are, of course, looking for the level 20s. In terms of damage, Khaldor, thanks to the last fight in particular, is right now at 50,000 damage against heroes. We're seeing Lunara taking over the top damage spot for Resurgence with 29,000, looking very solid here. And doing a lot of work. Diablo, by the way, 7 deaths. 7 deaths on Diablo. This big problem, of course, being the solo frontline. Uh-oh, Shot is in trouble. But Sunshine, yeah, he moved away in the last moment. And Sunshine, oh, Crone actually. Yeah, dude, these towers do 50% more damage right now. Some of the players apparently didn't get that, that mail yet. So, again, ETC jumping in, and goodbye, Sunshine. Yeah, Sunshine is about to fall here now as well. This is not going well for him. Nope, that's death number 8 on his side. We have, at this point, a level 20 talents with an indestructible on Johanna. And of course, we are also seeing Bambi just like powering up her heroic ability once again with a Forest Wrath here, the increased radius, the speed, a Storm Shield on Rhaegar. We're seeing now also Death Metal. So at least one mosh pit. Yeah, he can still rock. ETC can still rock. Even with Stage Dive, that guy can rock. 20 talents now for them, and they are going to try and take the first keep of the game. The top lane is still being pushed. We still have a fort available for both of the teams at the top lane, by the way. It's the one lane that they haven't really focused their attention on, and neither one of them. And here comes already Dehu with an extra damage against structures, dropping it in and trying to take that down. Heat number 1 is gone, and now they can just like move away, try to rotate maybe to the bot lane to put a bit more damage in. We have still Diablo dead, so he's going to be back soon enough, but at the bot lane, there's more to claim. Maybe not the keep, but at least drop the wall, take the towers down here. That's one of the things that you can definitely do. The level 20 talent is going to be ready for 2 arc in a moment. 1, 2 creeps, that's all that they need here. And they are going to get it. Dehu, he's not going to be able to do too much damage. 1, 2 hits, that's all that he's going to be able to get. A little bit indecisive here. But yeah, there we go again. Apocalypse trade gets taken on level 20. We're having also now Ball of the Storm, a rewind on Zeratul. They go in, here comes that Stage Dive. Not really hitting anything, but he can slide in once more. Phoenix already used. Sunshine in trouble, in a lot of trouble at that. Oh my god. Whoa. Oh wow. Apocalypse and Void Prison totally not working for them. The timing was horribly off. There goes Diablo, drops the second Apocalypse, but he is dead already, and Crone might still fall. Nice Ancestral Healing here, and Crone actually healed. Diablo is back to business, moving back into the fight. They need to be careful, of course, here, since he's already at full HP and mana again, but this is not the way the 2-arc wanted this battle to go. They have this great combo with the Void Prism into Apocalypse. It's very similar to more Apocalypse there, and especially, of course, in these close quarter fights that we occasionally see over one of the Siege Giant camps. For example, there you can get so much power out of it. But right now, the last one didn't work out. It was just a bit of an off timing. The Void Prism drops way too late. Or, well, actually, like either Apocalypse too early or Void Prism Jacobs way too late. No matter what they are trying to do there, don't even think that it was a wombo combo attempt. It definitely failed. Void Prism more or less saved a lot of the heroes from being stunned by the Apocalypse, and therefore they couldn't get the damage in with Kalthas either. Now we have 18 kills against 10. Level 21 versus 20. One of the keeps has been taken out, and down to the bottom lane we finally see this fort fall. Zeratul takes over, but at the top lane it's a very similar picture now. It's basically a trade, fort for fort, but the Dragon Knight is going to be active in another 20 seconds. What 2ARC definitely needs, they need another objective. They need another Dragon Knight. They need a teamfight win. And it's not looking like they're going to get it anytime soon. In damage, we have Kalthas at 63,000, which is, of course, nice for him, but it doesn't really help them too much. Small trap that has been set up here. 9 kills by now on Diablo. He has tanked 73,000 damage compared to the 69,000, 71,000 that we are seeing on ETC and Johanna. Healing power, by the way, 88,000 for Rhaegar, whereas Tyrande is at 49,000 at this point. So definitely like also a big part of this. Tyrande as a solo heal for a solo tank composition. Maybe not quite. Yeah, that draft was definitely very, very solid on the side of Resurgence, no doubt about it. That Void Prisms, though, is pretty epic. Equinox, can they keep him alive? Well, he still is indestructible, but where's the heal? They kill Diablo again. Oh, Bambi! Bambi survives thanks to the healing. A kill against Johanna, but also the death of Diablo. Everybody just like jumping away. Shot is low. Oh, Zeratul! Zeratul is dead, but so is Jaina. It's again a trade. Kill for a kill. 3 heroes for both teams still alive. Dehu attempting to get a... What on earth? He wants to go for the mosh pit. What a boss! I even forgot about that. He wanted to go for the mosh pit and he get it, but now, oh my god, the wipe. The idea was brilliant. The idea was really good. I was actually thinking, like, what on earth is he doing? Is he suicidal? And yes, he is. He wanted to get that mosh pit in, and it was a great idea. They get one of the kills afterwards, but then Bambi and also Rhaegar die, and that, of course, was one of the things that they didn't really intend to do. That is going to end up in a Dragon Knight for 2ARC. What a move at the bot lane. The idea was great, but the execution just didn't work, and now they're going to lose the Dragon Knight because of it. Dragon Knight is going to be taken. Tiger is waiting right now. He can wait a little bit. There's no talent that can be used from a distance to interrupt them here. So they're just waiting for a few more heroes to come back and revive, and then they can go for it. LZ Gamer is taking the Dragon Knight, probably just gonna wait before they are moving in with everybody. Kalthas isn't really with the team yet, but oh my god, the moves right now, I am loving it. Great game actually, like a really fun game that we're seeing here. And the kill count, 21 against 15. What is this, quick match? Just kills everywhere, snipes all over the place, it's beautiful. And in all of this, like in the middle of it, Bambi always like dropping the damage. And talking about her, after the last fight, 46,000 damage on her. Not really too bad. Nothing, of course, compared to Kalthas. Diablo, by the way, has 46,000 damage now as well. So he's really dropping the numbers too. So is Zagara. But now the fight is about to start again. A quick punt here against Johanna. Already moving back. They need to be careful. They want to try and, of course, keep the keep. And they drop the damage from a distance. Stun against Equinox. Yeah, well, there's the bombs, but he's getting away. They have, of course, massive heals thanks to Rhaegar, and that's something that they use right now. The cooldown reduction is amazing, and that's something that Rixia has been using. Like, some of his ancestor healings were absolutely out of this world. They were insane. LZ Gamer, very low. Dehu needs to be careful. His ETC is very low. They keep falling. Can they maybe go in for the kill? They're looking at it. You can already tell. I mean, LZ Gamer is still there on his Zagara. But yeah, they're just moving into the middle. They're waiting for the Dragon Knight rotations that they can take him down here. Zoning him a bit, saying like, stay away from our wall. You're not gonna get that anytime soon. Zeratul again with the attempt to move in here. Oh, lockdown against Jaina. Okay, bolts away immediately. Bolt of the Storm immediately being used. They go in. Zagara getting away, and here comes the stage dive. Goes in. LT Gamer still alive. We could see Diablo die, and yes, he does, but so does ETC. Oh my god, those... Oh, ETC with the mosh pit again. The Kalthas is down, but there's the kill against Tyrande. Bombs everywhere. Apocalypse once, twice. And this is just a massive, massive brawl that we see between the two teams here. We are 23 minutes into the game. They're going again for the camps. They're already moving to the bot lane to drop maybe another keep. We have a 4 versus 3 situation in the game now. And it's absolutely crazy. Diablo is already back. That trade must be so annoying to 2ARC right now. It feels a little bit like the old, what was it called? Like the Resurgence that we had? Resurgence of the Storm, was it that? I don't even remember. It was absolutely crazy. Like that made the game so weird when you had that talent that he brought you back to life immediately, and that's exactly what's going on there. They're taking Diablo down, boom, he's back. He's going back into the fight, gets a couple of souls, dies again, boom, back again. They get the experience, but that doesn't matter anymore. It's all about Diablo just being in their face all the time and dropping these apocalypses over and over again. I mean, the heals that we see here sometimes are absolutely unreal. Look at the numbers here once again. 127,000 heal on Rhaegar. 127,000. That cooldown reduction on the heal is just absolutely perfect for Rixie. And his ancestral healings are just, I mean, they are sexy as hell. Really good. I guess he missed like one maybe in the game that he didn't really get perfectly in, but a few of his saves were just outstanding. Nice attempt actually by Tyrande with a rewind. Oh, look at the plays! What? Shot, oh my god, the adrenaline is pumping, I can tell you that much. Shot is definitely sitting there and is saying like, yo, like, he is aging. Every single minute that he's going up against this Tyrande and Zeratul, he's aging by years. Like, he ended the game, I don't know how old he is, but when he comes out of it, he's definitely aged by at least 10. That is crazy what we're seeing here. Great moves, and how they're trying to chase her down, dodging the owl, dodging Zeratul, using the ice block there. He's probably very happy that he did not go for the icy veins in this case. Again, the teams rotating around here, trying to go for a good spot in the mid lane. Not everybody's there. ETC, of course, he can stage dive. Shot, shot, shot! Oh, the Void Prison! He's trying to release it. They're going for the kill and they get it! Jaina is down. That might be the end of Resurgence. Is that the kill that they needed? Is that the kill that they need to make it happen? ETC, the heals, again the heals! And he is dashing away. Rixie, they need to give you a medal. I mean, these guys, they owe him more than only one beer. That is getting out of hand. Bot lane, by the way. Look at the bot lane. The camp, it's going for the keep. It's trying to take it down. Level 24 versus 23. And uh-oh, Johanna. Oh, Johanna. Equinox. Mistakes were made. 3 against 1. That ain't fair. Can they get the Dragonite? I don't think they can. Johanna's still alive thanks to the Indestructible, but not for long. She is down. It's a 5 versus 3 now. They are going for LZ. LZ Gamer, where's that cooldown on ETC? Where's that cooldown? There it is, and they take it. Can they go for core? Can they threaten it? Dragonite is, of course, not taken yet. They are buying time, and they are buying a lot. What is Killing doing? Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? What was that? No way! What? Lunara with the throws. Oh my god. Oh, ETC. ETC. Yeah, okay. He's just like, screw that, I'm out of here. Dashes away. God, Lunara, I can't believe that happened. Didn't he watch what was going on? Why didn't he try to get away? Oh my god, like, wow. I can't believe he didn't see that. He must have seen them move in. He decided to not get away. Yeah, of course he's a little bit slower than any, but he can use the Thornwood Vines to just drop them off the mount, and then he's going to be fine. Oh, boy. Guys, this game, 27 minutes in. This is out. This is crazy. This is just crazy. This is totally insane. What is going on here? 2 of the keeps are down, and now we are having the bot lane attack. 6 seconds on Bambi. Bambi is going to be back in a moment, but this is once again an exchange in shrines. Even in a 5 versus 3 situation, they were not able to go for it. Here comes the Phoenix. Bambi is on the way. Bambi on the way. They need to stall. They need to fight. They need to do something. Zeratul is now on the way too. They are going for the shrine. Here comes the owl, hitting Deo in the face. Feathers everywhere. It's not pretty, but it's happening. Killick is already on the move. There we have it. Bambi in place now. Can use the Thornwood Vines. Can use the ult here. Trying to just like drop a few of those heroes a little bit in damage. Already poked from a distance. And that's exactly what we're going to see in a moment. ETC already in place. Scalpas! Scalpas is dead and Sunshine is falling too. ETC with a jump. No apocalypse against him. And they keep everybody alive. Storm Shield already used. And this is once again Rhaegar's moment. Rhaegar looking strong, looking sexy. 150,000 heals. You got to be joking. Rhaegar with 150,000 heals. We are nearly half an hour into the game. for Heroes of the Storm. This is like more than eternity. There goes the kill against Diablo. He is dead once again. Diablo down 5 versus 3. They are trying to drop whatever spell they can. They still have that one shrine, and they want to go for the Dragonite. Dragonite would finish the game. At this point, 30 minutes in, are you kidding me? Hell yeah, that Dragonite is going to finish the game. He's going to one-hit the core. Like, he does so much damage. This Dragonite is not even going to hit like a truck. He picks that truck up and hits the core with a truck. That's how strong that bastard is at this point. And Johanna is going for the shrine up at the top. Down here, fights again. Tyrande! Healing herself. Getting the Ranger in. Zeratul taking the bottom shrine. Level 25. I can't even remember when I've seen it the last time a level 25 in a professional game. Dehu is currently at the bottom of the map right now, trying to take it. It's a 4 versus 5 now. In the mid lane, Zagara is there. Bambi is on the move. They don't get that Dragonite. I can't believe it. They are not getting it. They are not getting the Dragonite. Like, you gotta be joking. There's the Phoenix zoning them out even more. Shot doesn't even know what to do. Rixie is on the run. He's just like, guys, do I have to take it? They know that even if Rhaegar dies, if they get the Dragonite, it's over. But Rhaegar is low in mana. There he is. Who comes in as well? There's Killing. They're trying to go for it. Zeratul is down. Zeratul is down. He's dead. Apocalypse too late. Bambi. Not only the mother is dead, Bambi herself is also down. And a Dragonite attempt, not quite. Rixie's on the run. Oh no! There comes again Johanna. Sunshine, can he make a play? No! Johanna down, but Kel'Thas as well. It's kill for kill. What is this game? You gotta be joking. In the middle of the map, Taiga is claiming the Dragonite, making sure that they who can't get it, and they take the shrine. It's a 3 versus 3 on the map. Oh my god, 51 kills in the game. We are 31 minutes in. There's the heals. Again, the owl. Oh, I can't believe what's going on here. This is absolutely insane. This is not normal anymore. This isn't human. This is only the first map. What are these guys doing to me? 170,000 heals, 183,000 siege damage. Kel'Thas 115,000 hero damage. Bambi on 75,000. Uh-oh, ETC. ETC. Does he have to jump away? He might have. Not quite. Oh, God. They're claiming the top now. They're going for the top. They're taking it here. Once again, we're having the rotation to the bot lane. Maybe ETC can always use a stage dive if he has to. We still see Kel'Thas and Jaina dead. Camps at the top lane. There's Zeratul. There's 4 heroes up at the top. They're trying to go for it. Rixie is on the move. Rixie is on the move. Kill the healer. That's basically what they're saying right now. Kill that damn healer with those insane heals and make sure that they don't survive any longer. Another shrine taken, but it's a trade. Top versus bottom. No kills now. 5 versus 5 once again. The full strength of both of these teams. Creep tumors, by the way, everywhere. LZ Gamer is such a pain in the butt right now of Team Resurgence. Resurgence leveled. Oh my god, they go in again for another camp. They're taking it here. Apocalypse would be devastating in this situation. Heroic abilities are all up except for, well, yep, we have everything up now. Top lane, there's that shrine. And are they going to make maybe at some point a play with ETC diving in? At this point, of course, they can't because bot lane, Sunshine is already there. Diablo is on the move once more. The teams are going for it. Currently, ETC moving to the top, and of course he can. I mean, right now, double shrine taken for the team in red. They're trying to claim one. ETC can jump into the mid lane if he has to. Everybody is setting up. They know that, of course, as well. Equinox even taking down more creep tumors, and it's a trade once again. Johanna says, experience, hell yeah, thank you very much. I'm going to take that. Takes down the entire wave, claims it, and the team's still rotating. Not a scratch on the core. Positioning is everything. One bad Bolt of the Storm, one bad move by Zeratul, and it is game. Zeratul at this point, I can tell you one thing. He wishes that he went for a Season Marksman in this game, which he didn't. All of them wish that one of their heroes had done that. Can you imagine the damage that Zeratul would have with a Season Marksman or any hero right now? Of course, the question is, would they have gotten into the late game with it? Equinox is there, bombs galore. Crowan trying to move in from behind. ETC is at the top lane still, trying to go for, wait for a moment where he can jump in. They see Zeratul, they know he's there. That's the Void Prison. ETC any moment now. Bambi attacked. Bambi attacked! No! The Apocalypse is too late! The Apocalypse is too late! And once again, ETC is in. Down goes Diablo! The Apocalypse doesn't hit. Diablo is dead. He's gonna come back in a few moments, but they're trying to go again for Kel'Thas. ETC with a dash! The Storm, the Blizzard, they're going in! And Kel'Thas down! No! Yes! Yes, he dies. Tyrande is dead too. They go for Zagara. This has to be it. This has to finally be it. Can they really, really not lose the game here? ETC is dead, killed by Krohn. What on earth is going on in this game? Killing is running now as well. Krohn is about to fall. He finally dies. It's still a 2 versus 4. This has to be game. It has to be. It just simply has to. 34 minutes into the game. Sunshine is dead. The Dragon Knight is taken. The Dragon Knight is taken. 34 kills against 22. The GG is called, and we see Resurgence marching into the mid lane mercilessly. Equinox is on the move, and look at that core. Look at that damage. Oh, the scaling! The game is over, ladies and gentlemen, and Resurgent takes the first victory in the best of 3 series with 200,000 heals on Rhaegar. What a match! Unbelievable.
Blue team is victorious.
Well, Sky Temple is the map, and that last game was pretty solid. LZ Gamer, as you could see with the comment at the end of the game, not really happy with his Morse there. The combos with the Apocalypse and also the Void Prison didn't really work out in the way that they intended to in a lot of these fights, but what an amazing game. Maybe at some points not the best play there, or like the perfect place, but just absolutely exciting to the last moment. Li Ming, she is banned again in the final here at the North America final of the Qualifier. So yeah, we see her banned out once again. The End of the Storm North America Qualifier, game number 2. Will not feature the Wizard. We have Thrall banned out as well for Resurgence now, and we see Sky Temple as the map. So Resurgence is currently in the lead, and they have also the first pick. We have a lot of heroes that could be first pick here. Kel'Thas, Zagara, we've seen Falstead, for example, even prioritized occasionally on this map. But Zagara it is, so Resurgence this time making sure that they have the Zagara play. 2 are going for that Rhaegar, which we could have seen for Resurgence as well as a first pick, of course, after the patch. They didn't really play with him in the... Well, Resurgence used him in the last game, but you could already see that even for 2-Arc, it was not the highest priority. It's still one of those very important heroes to the team since he has absolutely insane heals. I mean, the way that Rixie played him in the last game was absolutely incredible. He had 200,000 heal at the end of the game, which was just, like, mind-blowing. 2-Arc now, on the other hand, could go, of course, into a few of these options that we've been talking about a bit earlier here. With Rhaegar already locked down, they can still, for example, think about a Falstead here. They could go also into that Kel'Thas. I've seen Kel'Thas with very solid damage, but they also prefer the Jaina. They're doing something that Resurgence was doing in most of the games that they played here today so far. They prefer Jaina over Kel'Thas, and especially, of course, with that Zagara for a potential setup, it's very dangerous to give Jaina over to them, which is one of the reasons why 2-Arc just picks them away. And not even Kel'Thas taken. So Jaina has been claimed by 2-Arc, and Resurgence reacts with an immediate pick on Sonya plus Tacita here, whereas 2-Arc is now heading into the bans and have to think about if they want to ban out Kel'Thas at this point. Normally you don't even have that opportunity, because most of the times we see Kel'Thas either banned out as the first hero or taken right away. In this case, he has been ignored completely in the draft so far. So have Tyrande, which we haven't seen yet. Tanks, it's like, what? Tanks? What exactly is that? They haven't really banned any of them. Sonya, for me personally, is still more of a bruiser-type warrior at the front line, and not really that tanky type that we have with, let's say, a Murden or a Johanna, for example. But for Resurgence, it's actually kind of crazy to see their drafts right now. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and especially like the heals of Rixie in the last game were amazingly solid. I really, really like the play of him here, saving his teammates like over and over again. But the entire style that they play was strong. And even though I said that I personally don't really like Diablo in the late game, as a solo frontliner, and I kind of still am on that opinion, but I have to give 2-Arc a bit of credit there. They had a very rough mid game, but their late game was much better than I expected it to be. That double Apocalypse on Diablo really worked out with them using, of course, Void Prism and also more. Not as perfectly as they were hoping for, but it was still a much closer game as I expected there. You could really see Diablo struggle at the beginning, but the late game that made up for a lot of what we saw. It was extremely cool to see that. So yeah, Diablo in this case still on my personal stream with a 0% win ratio as the solo hero, as the solo tank at the front line, at least in the newer patches for the last half year, I'd say. But that was a very close game, and 2-Arc with a great performance there, especially at the end, staying into it. Of course, if a few of those Wombo combos would have worked a bit better, they would have probably taken it here. Again, cheers, bro. Thank you very much for the sub, my friend. We have Bambi taken again, by the way. This time Lunara has been claimed by 2ARC, though, after Falstad was banned out here. So Lunara actually making her way into the competitive scene a little bit more often at this point and looking very strong doing it. The changes that Blizzard implemented with the changes to the animation more than anything else really coming through now. And they still need a second hero, and that could, of course, be one of the frontliners. And yes, it's ETC. So ETC is going to be played here. It was actually kind of fun to see a few of the moves that we had in the last game. I mean, that one moment when ETC actually suicided on purpose to get the mosh pit out there. That was... At first, I was just really like, you know, the heat on the moment, like, it's like the late game, and I was just like, oh my god, is he suicidal? And it's like, well, yeah, kind of he is. He wants to get that lockdown, and he got it. But it still turned against them. Was a very cool idea, though. I liked the thought there. Just the execution. I guess communication might have been a little bit slow. They didn't react immediately, or it would have ended differently. As is, though, the last 2 picks here for Resurgence. They need another frontliner as well. They can think about a second healer now, too. Tyrande has been banned out. We have seen Charisms together with Tacita. We have seen Brightwings with Tacita. All those things that we could still see. And indeed, it seems to be the Brightwing. Brightwing locked down together with the Tacita. So it's a double support with Johanna as the solo frontliner. Well, Sonya as a bruiser. Not really quite the solo frontliner. You get my drift. And Stitches ETC for 2ARC. So very aggressive position here for 2ARC as well. I'm liking it with those hooks now in Sky Temple. And this is game number 2. So Resurgence could win another final if they take down 2ARC with a 2-0 here. But 2ARC, of course, they have other plans. They want to make it a 1-1. They want game number 3. And I guess we do too. So we're going to jump into Sky Temple to find out which team is going to take it here. Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen, has started, and after an amazing first game between these two teams, we have now Resurgence in the lead, the 1-0 for them in this series. And well, now together we're going to find out if they can actually make this a 2-0 or if 2ARC is going to win it and force game number 3. To the left side of the map, we have 2ARC currently with Sunshine on ETC, Traitor on Stitches, Kroen is currently playing Jaina, Tiger on Rhaegar this time, and currently LZ Gamer on Lunara. To the right side of the map, Equinox on Sonya for Team Resurgence. We are seeing Deu on Johanna, Shot on Zagara, Brightwing played by Rixie, and Kilik on Tacita. An amazing first game indeed. LZ Gamer, he was not happy with his Maws. A lot of the Maw or Void Prism combos with Apocalypse have not really worked out the way that they wanted. But I mean, if you play such a nail-biter game, and then after 36 minutes, there's definitely the chance of like messing 1 or 2 timings up. For now, though, looking at the game here, we are seeing on Sky Temple, of course, rotations from both sides. Li Ming was once again banned out. We're having Lunara again with the extra vision on the poisoned targets. Of course, Rhaegar, as you can already tell, is going for the increased range on his Lightning Shield, the preferred build on the North American server. Whereas we're seeing Stitches right now going for his first Devour talent. So yeah, taking a bite there. Already a little bit of a jump up to the top lane. By the way, we have the 2 healers fighting against each other. So far, Tiger is getting a little bit more out of this trade. Of course, Rhaegar, one of the highly contested heroes these days now. That shield build is absolutely insane. And we have now also a slight adjustment on the side of Sonya. Sonya actually, in this case, going straight into Warpaint. Warpaint taken for her. Chew your food for Stitches. And besides that, as already pointed out, natural perspective taken and the electric charge for the increase on the Lightning Shield. So now the first few temples have been announced on the map and the teams are starting to rotate immediately. We also have at the bot lane Shot with very good vision already thanks to the creep tumors that he was able to place down. LZ Gamer is currently trying to play up here against him. Not going to be easier, of course, for Lunara with all the potential damage that Shot can dish out here with those Hydralisks. For now, though, we have both of the teams trying to get vision on those temples and, you know, of course, soak the shots. But at this point, it's actually the blue team. It's 2ARC with 2 of them already soaked. But the top lane has been abandoned. Equinox is there together with Brightwing, making sure that Rhaegar is not getting anything out of this. Move in now by Johanna, though. Oh, a bit too deep, maybe. And the potential kill against Equinox gets a shield, though. Tacita is there. The double support is ready to help out Sonya. And so far, it's actually an earlier level 4 talent for them as well. With once again focused attack for Sonya. We're seeing also Brightwing going into the Polymorph talent here. Going for the Unstable Anomaly for a bit of extra damage that he can dish out with that. Rhaegar has taken over the shrine up at the top. A huge fight over the objective actually here. Amplified healing for Stitches. And over there to the top we are seeing again the shrine trade owners. This time it is actually Resurgence who is taking it over from the opponent. The reduced mana costs on Rhaegar's Lightning Shield now taken as the level 4 talent for the Wolf. And we're seeing the Wisp for LZ Gamer, of course. At the bot lane, the first tower has fallen on the other hand, and Shot is really putting in the pressure now. Sunshine is trying to take him down, but eventually Zagara is going to escape here. It's just a little bit too late to really zone her out properly. We're having camps taken now for the teams, and both of them are very like similar experience. Leeching Plasma for Tassadar is going to make especially Sonya, of course, happy. 3 minutes in, we're having the boss now also spawning. In case that you didn't know that yet, 2 minutes into the game, you have the normal mercenary camp spawning, and then 3 minutes in, the boss is appearing on the map. We have already Taiga versus Trixie up at the top here. And it's really just like Rhaegar with all that power that he has thanks to the lightning shield, especially with that increased range in, of course, as well. But as you can already say, Iceland's talents now taken with the Frost Charts as level 4 talent for Jaina. Could even go see her with the Icelands on level 7. Nice move against Shot, but not able to take him down. The entire wall is gone. Well, with the exception of the tower, but that looks like the tower is going to fall there as well soon enough. And that, of course, opens up the well for a potential snipe. Level 7 talents now for both of the teams. And that means that we have now Endless Creep also taken for Shot here. We are seeing at the same time, again, the extra damage on Lunara for her auto attacks, going straight into the Nature's Calling. Well, not for the auto attacks, but for the Nature's Toxin, my bad. Sorry, auto attacks is going to follow, of course, a little bit later. Also Tenderizer for Stitches, and as expected, the Iceland's taken for Jaina. Still the teams going for their camps, but down here, it's the well that is the big problem. If that is claimed, that would be a huge problem there. The Crusade marches on. It's actually like a little bit more popular to go for their talent here on the North American server. They've been taking it again. Well is down, and that more or less drops the temple at the bot lane already into the hands of the team in red, into the Resurgence hands. They should be able to get it. Pressure play up at the top. Lunara actually. Oh wow, LZ Gamer going really deep for this one. And oh my god, LZ is actually going to survive. LZ Gamer is able to survive here, just barely. Has to move away now though, which means that they are going to lose time where they could have tried to contest the bot lane. So this is not happening. And in this case, it's again a very solid move here on the side of Resurgence. They're not really ahead in experience or anything just yet, but they are starting to take a lead in structures. And we have now Johanna moving in with a premature Iron Skin, I'd say, using that a bit early. They're going for Jaina though, trying to get her. Equinox keeping himself alive with a Whirlwind. And so far, Sonya is doing solid work here. But we have, of course, now both of the teams still struggling to get those shots in on the temple. We've had the early ones going over to Resurgence, but 2Arc is trying to fight for it, and for good reason. They also have, by the way, a very nice position at the top lane, where they also have one of those camps moving in and starting to put some extra pressure onto the fort here. Brightwing is trying to take care of that by moving over. Yeah, now another tower down, but here comes 2Arc. Brightwing will have to TP in if they really want to fight. Already, Iron Skin being used. Brightwing is dashing in, trying to heal them, help them out. Yeah, LZ is low on his Lunara, and Sunshine is oh, Sunshine is gonna fall. No, the heal. Last moment, once again, Rhaegar helping his teammates out here. So that was a solid move. Early level 10, that's also something that we're going to see for Team Resurgence. But that was actually like a very nice save on ETC. It looked like Sunshine would fall here, but Rhaegar was ready with the heals. He got the chain heal in, and therefore a chance for them to keep him alive a bit longer. The top has been depushed, level 10s already, and that's the Wrath of the Berserker. More Blessed Shield. We're seeing Blink Heal, plus, of course, for Tassadar now the utility talent going straight into the Force Wall. But also 2Arc is going to hit those level 10s early, and that's all soon. And I suppose that ETC is going to go for the stage dive here again, since we have quite a few interrupts here on the side of the opponent. So I don't really feel like the Mosh Pit would be the smartest move, since there's just way too much that could cancel it out. But, well, we'll see. So, for now, as you can see, Equinox already, like, moving in with the rest of the team to drop the fort here. Great pressure play. I like it a lot. Going straight with a level 10 for a few more structures taken out. Yes, stage dive indeed it is. Putric Bile, Water Elemental, Thornwood Vines, and we are also seeing the Ancestral Healing claimed once again. LZ Gamer, Krone, everybody moving in once more. Over here already, Brightwing jumping in. Blessed Shield has not done anything here, actually. Missed that. Didn't really do anything for now. The Maw came one, and here comes the stage dive, dashing in, but not really doing too much yet. They could go for a shot though, and it looks like they might get the kill here. They heals the shield, and they keep Zagara alive. Well done. But Tassadar is falling as a result. So it's a kill for 2Arc, and there's still two camps that are also making their lives a lot more difficult. One mercenary camp's down here, and the other one is already starting to move in as well. They could lose a ton of structures here, but they lose ETC first, or at least 2Arc does. 2Arc could have killed a couple of structures bot lane. They still might, but losing a hero now is of course not working in their favor. They're still going for the fort in the mid lane, and they are going to successfully take down that one at least. So in talents, once again, we're having also on the level for non-nature's culling. I mentioned that. The Thornwood Vines, just like giving you a bit of an update on the talents that have been taken here. Of course, unfortunately obstructing quite a bit of the screen, and the fight is going on again. Ancestral Healing. This time the Blessed Shield was much better here. Using that to drop Lunara. She's down, and now the body blocks again. Stitches, who's trying to at least get shot, but the shield is saving Zagara. Wouldn't have died anyways. Great play here again by Resurgence, and now they are a level ahead of their opponent. And also in a pretty solid position because those temples got announced once again, and they can now place down creep tumors from shot, make sure that they get good vision, and also claim additional shrines as they move into the middle of the map to immediately take down another structure. ETC is also taking a few of the shots at the top. He has his heroic ability up, so he can jump out, but they are not even going for it. They're just like only sending Brightwing up to the top to annoy him a bit. And over here, it's just like one tower after another that is just being eliminated. The move to the bot lane to get some experience. At level 13, talent is of course now quite powerful for them, which gives them prescience. They also have the Pixie talents taken for Brightwing. We have, of course, Mutalisk and at the same time the Mystical Spear now. With Johanna not really making a decision just yet. We've seen a lot of trade talents taken, trying to use those, but we have also, of course, yes, it's again the trade. So the Crusade Marches on has already been taken. Now level 13, again the focus on the Iron Skin here. Using that now as well. Still shots fired up at the top. But yeah, especially, of course, when we're talking about Johanna now going straight into the hold your ground. So, yep, you get that cooldown there as well in the reduction and the increased Iron Skin. We have her in, like, if you consider Sonya more as a bruiser type hero, then she is one of the few heroes that they can rely upon when it comes to real tankiness. And that's what they're, of course, trying to do. Equinox is getting away with the Mystical Spear for now, but 2ARC wants to fight. They have their 13s as well with the Relentless. Icy Veins, by the way, taken on Jaina. And we're seeing again the shield talent on Rhaegar, which gives, of course, his teammates extra shields. 15% of the max HP. We're also having more of the damage talents. The Toxins taken for Lunara, who at this point went straight into the unfair advantage. One of the best level 13 talents that she has. There's still Giant Killer to consider sometimes. There's a couple of options that you actually have on the hero. The Greater Spell Shield can be useful against certain composition. Most of the time it's not really used, but it can be quite nice. Nice creep spread for shot. He's getting away there, or is he? Oh, trying to dodge it, but here comes ETC now as well. Maybe with a more. Maybe Zagara is moving away. 5 against her. And Shot is using the more, but oh my god, he gets shielded. But they are actually, they can't go for the fight. Yeah, Killik is using the Force Wall. They were trying to save her, but that was a very big gank that we saw against Zagara. And 2ARC successfully take her down. So it's 2 kills against 3 overall. The hook against once more Sonya, but the Mystical Spear saves her, and Killik is ready with a Force Wall to help out. Bot lane is still pressured by a double mercenary camp, and it really looks like they're going for boss at this point. Wow, very ballsy move actually. Equinox is there, they're trying to buy some time, but they have to make sure that Sonya isn't falling. Uh-oh, they wanted to go for the hook against Sonya. They get Johanna, and they're going to be fine with that. Johanna in the middle of it. And yes, she is going to fall. No, oh my god! Rixie saving Johanna! She's not falling, but Equinox might. Equinox is dead, and this is just starting to be a vicious circle here. One hero after another dying, and they're always one hero down, no matter what they do. The kill against Tassadar, great play by 2ARC. 2ARC actually starting to really make a bit of a comeback move there. They were behind in experience, but now they get kill after kill after kill, and every single time that we're seeing Resurgence move in, they're one hero down and lose another one, just as the original one is coming back to life. So once again, boss taken. This time, we actually see 2ARC go for it. Shots fired. Trader taking the bottom temple, and well, in the middle at least, we're having Johanna taking a few shots on their own. The level 16 is faster for them, which really helps. But of course, the problem is still that they are now starting to lose the entire experience advantage that they worked very hard for to obtain, and there's still a boss at the bottom lane to go to defend against. So level 16 talents now with the Brood expansion. Dimensional Warp, you're also seeing Polymorph talent. Greater Polymorph taken here with the additional increase. Speed Metal at the same time for ETC. Fishing Hook, we're seeing the Northern Exposure. We have Rising Storm with the extra damage after Earth Shield. And we have Let Them Wither. So the extra slow Lunara with a slight adjustment here in terms of her build. So an interesting way to go for from LZ Gamer, trying to slow the targets down even a little bit more than she also puts in. So Now we have, by the way, the first keep eliminated at the bot lane. That's a big problem now for Resurgence, as you can imagine. So they have to be very careful now about that bot lane, especially, of course, since two of the camps that you can take on the map are pushing the bot lane immediately. And that is a very tricky move. There's no camp that pushes the mid lane, for example. It's only top and mid that the camps are aiming for. And that's probably one of the reasons why they're immediately trying to go for the camp over here. Yeah, well, Sunshine can't really do anything on ETC. He's very much alone. They can start the rotation from the top down to the bottom, but it's not going to arrive in time to really do damage. Taking this camp now makes sure that it can't be used against them, though, and that's very important. It also depushes the lane, of course, a little bit. Johanna, again in a bit of trouble. Stitches with these hooks there. ETC jumping in, only hitting Tassadar, though. Oh, but the kill against Johanna again. The Maw was decent, but not good enough. Equinox is now still trying to stay alive, but he is dropped as well. It's a double kill. 2Arc is starting to really gain momentum here, and they are currently showing Resurgence that they are definitely able to fight back in this series. The first game was, of course, an absolute nail-biter, but for now, we're seeing 2Arc playing a very solid game, trying to... Oh, their hook again, but ETC a bit too late on the slide here. So yeah, good move by Tassadar, using that dimensional shift immediately, or the dimensional warp, but for now it looks like they are just going to lose a second keep here. So much damage, it's just so much pressure that we're seeing now. Sunshine has to move away, but that keep is not looking pretty. If Jaina can move in with another Blizzard, that would be it, I suppose. Yeah, Hook is missing again, but there's the last bit of damage that they need to drop the second keep of the game, and of course that makes now the situation that Resurgence is in a lot more difficult, especially, of course, with that top temple right now spawning. If they claim that, there would be so many shots against the last remaining keep in the setup, and that's, of course, always an issue. But the heroes have to move back, first of all, trying to just mana up, get some hit points back as well. It's still level 18 versus level 18, and even though the structural position in the game is amazing for 2Arc, they have to be careful, since Resurgence with a good team fight could always try to come back into this. And level 20s are going to make, for example, the life for them a little bit harder, since all that extra sustain that Resurgence would get makes it more difficult for them to close these fights out early, which is exactly what they're trying to do against the double support here. But especially when Johanna has the has her indestructible, it's going to be an issue. ETC is trying to deliver extra experience to the team at the bot lane. He can jump into the fight at any moment with his stage dive, and he wants to get that level 20 for them soon. But Traitor is being attacked. ETC in the back line is polymorphed. Immediately the kill against Stitches is Resurgence turning it around again. They're starting to get rather low, especially, of course, if you're looking at Johanna here. She's incredibly low, gets healed again. The double support is starting to do work. It's a 5 versus 4 still. No level 20s yet. Elsa Gamer with a lot of damage here. Over time, of course, but that's what Brightwing is for, trying to negate that as much as he can. Again, dimensional warp being used. It's still a 5 versus 4, but 2Arc doesn't care. They don't even have a talent advantage, but they're still going for it, and they are looking pretty solid here. 46,000 heals on Brightwing already. They're having on Rhaegar 53,000 heals, also very solid siege damage here with a 57. Lunara, by the way, 98,000 damage on minions, minions, mercenaries, like you name it, siege damage overall, and 50,000 hero damage for Jaina. The damage output in this case is actually like pretty crazy, and we have Brightwing so far taking a very solid amount of heals, considering also that's of course a double heal combo, but those extra shields and Tassadar with another 40,000, very, very powerful here as well. And again, Resurgence slightly ahead in experience. Not really like too crazy, it's not like they have a timing window, at least they shouldn't have one, but they are able to at least like negate that advantage that 2Arc had in EXP. The problem, of course, still is that the structural advantage in the game, that's a completely different matter. Nice move by Equinox. Mystical spears it out of there, and dodging the potential hook by Trader isn't even bothering at this point. Alright, the bosses are also up. Again, creep tumors by shot. He needs to make sure that the boss is not being taken. Double Wisp here in this case now. And Brightwing not jumping in yet. Bit of damage against Stitches. Nice zoning attempt with the wall, but Tassadar not getting that in yet. There's the level 20. Hardened Shield, aka Ignore Pain. Oh my god, they're actually going for the boss right now. They're trying to use that level 20 to get the boss, but I guess they're going to double check that. There's Sagara moving in. Rewind taken on side of Tassadar. Can they get it? 2Arc is moving in. The force wall is there. The boss is taken before ETC arrives. and now they go for Jaina. Crone is nearly dead. He might actually fall here. Crone is extremely low, but the Ancestral Healing is saving him. ETC is dashing in again. Rixie is about to fall, moved away with a blink heal. It is Sonya instead that dies. The boss is on the way to the bot lane. Keeling is trying to escape. A nice hook against once again Johanna. She's trying to escape here. Indestructible is going to proc at least, so buying a bit more time for the team. Zagara already moving out to the top. Oh wow, Brightwing actually jumping in now too. Not sure if that was the smartest move. They might actually both die here, but the chase is still real as Killick is now being attacked as well. And 2Arc is really chasing hard. They're losing a keep at the bot lane. I guess they want to try and finish here. They might be able to make that happen, but they also might not be. Though both of the heroes over here are still surviving. Stitches is still back. Here comes the shield as well. Boss went through the keep. Zagara is down. And they get the kill against Tassadar. And now, of course, they can go for core. It's a 5 versus 2. And 2 of those heroes aren't even ready because Stitches is preventing them from TPing now. The boss is on the core, but he's going to fall eventually. And over here, the core of Resurgence is taken out. It's a 1-1 in the series, ladies and gentlemen. GG, well played, and 2Arc forces game number 3 on their opponent. Very well done here, congratulations, and we're going to jump straight into the last map of the best of 3 series. Infernal Shrines is the map, everybody, the last map in the best of 3 series. And Resurgence is playing against 2Arc here. After an insane first map we saw in Sky Temple, 2Arc come back into the series. And now we're again at the first pick's first ban. So we could see Liming maybe taken, and Rhaegar, after we've seen him twice, might actually fall victim to the bans here for now. 2Arc is currently looking at him and saying like, alright, let's get that Rhaegar out of here. That hero is just crazy. We don't want Resurgence to take him now. And, well, in Infernal Shrines, of course, there's a couple of heroes that you really want to get. Zagara, the same as on most other maps, is true for her here too. She can get insane map vision. 2Arc, thinking about, yes, they ban out Falstad instead. They let him through, and immediately Resurgence saying, like, Liming, no, thank you very much. So they ban her out, and that allows 2Arc to go into Rhaegar. They, of course, knew that as well, or at least assumed that Resurgence would ban out Liming. That would allow Rhaegar to be dropped by them. Resurgence could go Zagara now once again. So Zagara has actually played a pretty huge role today already, and if you get the map control and therefore also like the map vision thanks to the tumors, that's usually one of those moments when you have a very solid positioning because you know where your opponent is approaching from. You have a very safe way to take your own camps on the map. Also very important, and you have that set up for the potential apocalypse. And Resurgence is again going for Jaina. Jaina over Kel'Thas has been a very big theme today, and in this case it is Stitches that we see as the hero. So the hooks are going to hit once again. In the last game it was 2Arc trying to go for the hooks here. And adapting a little bit that European meta that started after the last patch, even before the patch when teams were screaming a lot more with Stitches. A very, very popular hero in Europe right now and starting to make his way into the North American drafts as well. 2Arc is going for Kel'Thas. So we have Jaina on one side and Kel'Thas on the other. And they could also head now straight, of course, into one of their frontliners if they wanted to. The frontline battle has not really been a high priority so far. Most of the teams were actually like looking a little bit more to go for their backline first, getting the damage in and even the supports here. You can, of course, like think about a Tassadar if you really want to add the additional shields to what Rhaegar already brings to the table. Zagara is also out there, but Tassadar, Tyrande, Zagara have been very popular heroes, but so was Lunara. Again, she's being used and very early in the draft. The teams are really starting to like Lunara in the competitive setup here. Resurgence, they of course know that we had already a lot of ETC played by 2Arc, and that's why they ban him out here. He would also work well with a lot of the heroes in this case. And especially, of course, that stage dive is really becoming more and more popular and gives the team the opportunity to soak experience on and off lane. Whereas 2Arc banned out Tyrande. I mean, Stitches, Jaina, and Tyrande is just like too dirty, so you want to make sure that that's not going to be the case. Resurgence, they don't really hesitate. They use Tassadar plus Vala. They have a lot of AoE that they can use for those shrine fights to get the minions and make sure that they get the Punisher. Stitches with the Slam, Tassadar, Storm, Vala, multi-shot. Jaina also, of course, going straight into the potential like Blizzard. And 2Arc with a Leoric to at least have some AoE that they can put to the test. I mean, Kel'Thas, of course, has his AoE as well. And let's not forget about Rhaegar with that Lightning Shield build. He can actually get a lot of that out there. Still the Electric Bond taken most of the time on this particular setup. No, it's Electric Charges. Lightning Bond is the talent that we have in Europe on level 1 for Rhaegar most of the time. Kind of combining the two of them. That would be pretty insane if you had the two of them combined, but yeah. A little bit too OP, I suppose. So 2ARC right now, they have to think about if they want to have a second frontline. And I personally think that would be a good choice. You could go Johanna if you want to have like the Condemn as well as an ability that can help you out there. Muradin, of course, can always jump away if he gets hooked by Stitches. That's another great hero that we haven't really seen too much in this series now. We've seen it before in the tournament here today, but not really in the setup between the two teams that are facing each other at this point. I would like it another frontliner for them in this setup for sure. That would really, really help them, I feel. I mean, that Leoric is already like quite nice, but having him as a solo frontliner, maybe not the best idea here. Muradin, I would really like it, as I just said. Muradin or Johanna would be my personal pick. Diablo doesn't really combo off too well with the heroes that they have here. If one of the teams goes for Diablo, it might be Resurgence, but you don't really get a lot out of Apocalypse without that setup. Thrall, Diablo is a little bit better. By the way, Thrall hasn't even been taken. Just like pointing out. Not banned, not taken, nothing. It's a little bit crazy to me actually to see that. And Malfurion for the additional heals, and of course Tranquility. That hit me a little bit unprepared. Malfurion against that Kel'Thas and also Lunara. I mean, that poison damage and fire damage. Thanks, dude. Thanks for the support, my friend.
You rock, T. Joni from Finland.
Shoutouts to Finland. It would actually be nice to go to an Aces RG again. I haven't been in Finland for quite some time. But well, we are going into Infernal Shrine first. I have been on Infernal Shrines a couple of times, and we're going to jump in to find out which team is going to take the game and therefore the series to win the final here at the end of the Storm, North America. Game number 3, everybody, is starting at the end of the Storm North America Finals, and we have 2ARC versus Resurgence. To the left side of the map, Resurgence playing with Equinox and Vala now here on Infernal Shrines. We have Rixie on Malfurion this time instead of Rhaegar, was picked away. Dayu on Stitches, Kielig on Jaina, and again double support with Shot on Tacita. To the right side of the map, Lunara played once more by LZ Gamer, already played her in the last game. Sunshine on Muradin, Trader on Leoric. We're seeing Krohn on Kel'Thas this time, and Taiga is playing Rhaegar for now. So yeah, this is actually going to be a pretty fun one. It's the decisive game or decisive map between the two here. Moonburn taken for Malfurion, hungry for more for Stitches, not going into the extra slam damage that we sometimes see on Infernal Shrines for those fights over the minions. Vala with a multi-shot build here, not going that Navi style. We're currently focusing on the arrow, but multi-shot for the shrine fights first of all. And Lunara, so far not with the level 1 talent. There we have it. Okay, so once again the reveal on level 1. We have seen Lightning Shield taken for Rhaegar. And yep, have already a bit of a fight happening here. Oh, the hook against Tiger though. But Rhaegar gets away. Rhaegar gets away, poison everywhere. Like, this is already a very aggressive start for both of these teams. The series in overall was just absolutely out of this world. I mean, the level 1 game, sorry, not level 1, but the first map that we've seen between the two teams, that was crazy. And the second game was also very, very solid. Right now, we're just like seeing a full-on aggression from the first moment here. Sunshine moving into the mid lane again. It's a rotation that they're running here. They're trying to go for Equinox, but also Rixie with the roots here on his Betrayer. Malfurion hook against Muradin, and one of the reasons why they went for him is that he has that escape. If he gets hooked, he can jump out. The Stitches skin, by the way, is just like super funny. Riding a Tiger there, which is like all sorts of wrong. And this is so wrong on so many levels. I don't even know what to say to that. The poor Tiger. But well, once again, we have a bit of a go against Stitches, and he's just a little bit too fat. Like, he needs to do more cardio. He can't fit through that gap. He's nearly taking down Tiger, though. But yet, it's still a kill against Stitches. So he dies. And we have Trader now at the bot lane, still like pushing this back a little bit. But of course now there's also the announcement of the first shrine in the game. And that's in the mid lane, where we are currently seeing the first one about to spawn. Of course, by then we will have Stitches back. He was surrounded there, but already blocked, and therefore dead. It's a slight experience lead, which will drop the early level 4 into the hands of the team in red. So 2ARC is going to get a slight lead in minions, so at least they should. And there it is. So we have a Frozen Punisher going to come into play first of all. Up at the top lane, still experience gathered by LZ Gamer and also by Shot in the mid lane. Similar picture, and there's the level 4 now, and they can use that. They are starting to go straight for that shrine, whereas we are seeing Resurgence not with that talent yet. Oh, Malfurion! Yeah, that is the end of him for sure. Yeah, he gets locked down hard. No chance there. A little bit too far out to the side. Nobody there to zone for him. And now it's a 5 versus 4, and that should drop that first Punisher into the hands of the team in red as well. I mean, like, Tuark is playing a solid style here right now. Once again, of course, the Arsenal taken for Vala on level 4, trying to top the extra damage in. Lunara went to the top lane for extra EXP, trying to play this a bit maybe too greedy, so she needs to come back in. Cassada, oh, and a kill potentially against Jaina, but nope, Killick gets healed. Malfurion is back, helping out here. Trader jumped in now too. Sunshine is very low, his trade active to give him a few more hit points, but Vala is already ready to interrupt that with another multi-shot. Shot, by the way, is also very low as Lunara is poking up from the top the entire time. Both of the teams very close for the Punisher. Kill against Leoric, and it looks like Resurgence is going to get this one after all. Or are they? Yeah, they are. 39 versus 39 minions. They get the Punisher. The hook against Muradin. Like, this is starting to actually get a bit annoying for Tuark. I mean, oh my god, Muradin actually got taken out. Equinox moved in on Vala and was able to drop him. But yeah, actually, this is starting to be very annoying. Lategame moved early to the top lane with his Lunara because they thought they had the Punishers locked down after the kill against Malfurion. And he was trying to get some additional experience for the team, which of course in theory is great if you can make it happen. But then they started to fall behind in the count and lost the Punisher, and now also heroes. It's 2 kills against 3 overall. We're having, again, the level 4 talents, of course, in play, with now also Loon's Grace for Malfurion, the extra range on his basic abilities, and the Ice Shards taken for Jaina, who's going for that Frostbolt build here. Sunshine needs to be careful. Hook, oh yeah, against Rhaegar, but there was very little lockdown. I mean, Hook in 2, for example, that route is absolutely amazing, and it's something that we oftentimes see. It's one additional benefit of having Malfurion in the entire setup here. Of course, another one is that you can go for a lot of heal talents then later on and make sure that you kind of negate the damage on Kel'Thas and Lunara as much as possible. One of the reasons why we have now the Enduring Growth taken on level 7 and could see even Life Seed on level 13 theoretically. The level 7 talents now for both of the teams, and taking a bit of a closer look at it, we're having again Last Bite taken for Stitches. We're seeing Frost Shards into Icelands as already predicted. Palace Embrace after the Healing Ward, and for Lunara the Natural Perspective, plus the Nature's Culling. So pretty much what we've already seen earlier, as the camp is currently claimed at the bot lane. We see Ghastly Reach over the potential Paralyzing Rage as the level 7 talent, and Rhaegar with the Electric Charge and the Stormcaller, the 2 talents that he went for. The Dividing Wisp, by the way, has been claimed, in case that you haven't seen that yet. So Dividing Wisp on the side of Lunara, who's still up at the top lane, controlling that as much as she can. Teams are very close still. This has been a match on, like a match on eye level the entire time. Like from the first map to the second, it was always incredibly close and could have just like turned in one single team fight. For now, we're having again camps taken as the Punisher is about to be announced. Well, not the Punisher, but the shrine itself. And in this case, we're having it in the middle of the bottom of the map. Trader is already in position, and this is going to be a Mortar Punisher. Mortar Punisher. Top lane pressure still going strong. We have Camp versus Campion. Lunara is actually trying to take that down. LZ is rather low, trying to eliminate, of course, first of all, that Shaman, and that's something that he can do. So they are having still one camp on lane that can push down that fort or a few structures the longer the fight lasts at the bot lane. But LZ is going to come into the fight a bit late, and we have him near now. 21 against 12 of the minions. LZ with the damage against the backline thanks to the poison. Trader had to move out already, though he's very low. Tiger's trying to heal all of that up, but it's not easy, and Lunara gets hooked, but is able to escape. Sunshine, yeah, also getting out of there. Still, it looks very much like we want to see a second Punisher on the side of Team Resurgence, and yes, there is. It's starting to really get a bit tricky now for them, because the early level 10 for Tuark, that would be nice, and having that push at the top lane still going strong is always cool, but Cassada is already making his way in. These Punishers, on the other hand, are starting to, of course, scale, and they are already doing solid damage to that wall. First one down, second one too, both of the teams now on their level 10s, and we have the Thornwood Mines in play. No real surprises with the builds here. Tranquility has been taken. We're seeing the Entomb on Leoric over the March of the Black King, which you oftentimes see when Leoric is being played as the solo tank of the team. Then especially, but even so, you can use that if you have a setup for it. Ancestral Healing now also, plus Avatar for Muradin. Puric Bile, Ring of Frost, and the Force Wall for Tacita. So with those talents in play, not really too much of like crazy synergy, but if you go for a really good Entomb, you can of course like drop a couple of the damage spells that we have on Kalthas in particular. Again, Muradin is pretty far in, very deep, goes for his avatar, tries to really fight that fight, but he's on Puric Bile right now, and that hurts, nearly gets hooked. They're trying to go for the camp, but they're able to steal that away. Oh my god, there's the Entomb! That is a perfect Entomb! It doesn't get any better than that! Rixie is trying to use his Tranquility to keep them alive. It's a killer for a kill though, as Stitches dies, so does Kalthas, and Lunara is also a bit too far in. She is dead as well. Lunara down and Kalthas, and that's of course not really what they were hoping for. But that Entomb, I mean, like, what? Was a perfect Entomb. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. There's no way to escape out of it. Rixie now out of mana, has to move over to the Nexus and make sure that he heals up again, and that allows the rest of the team to just like take position on the map and get experience. But Sunshine sees exactly what's going on down here. Thing is though, he can't really do anything about it. They are already too late on the move in. Everybody else was just too far away, so he has to let that go. At least he knows what's happening, but still can't react to it at this point. The level 13 talents are going to hit next. The teams are both on level 12 now. We have 4 kills against 4. And of course, the next Punisher is going to be an Arcane Punisher, and that will happen up at the top of the map. So now you have to make a couple of choices. Do you go a couple of decisions? Do you actually go for like camps? Do you go for experience? Do you try and split your heroes? Do you try to get an early start? Earlier level 13 would be nice. If they can, for example, take one of these towers down, that would really help them to get the experience that they need to go for level 13, and that would put 2Arc in a really shitty spot. They don't take the last shot there. Oh, wow, that would have brought them very close to the 13, but now, once again, we're seeing the Entomb drop, but it doesn't do anything in this setup. Entomb, more or less useless. Trader using it, trying to zone, but that did not have an effect at all. Level 13, both teams are eager to get it with that minion wave that we have now right below the altar. And that 13 should hit a bit faster for the team in blue. Good healing wave positioning here. Helps them to keep them alive a bit longer for now at least. And we are immediately seeing 2Arc going deep. They want to fight on the same talent. Tranquility already used for Rixie. Trying to keep Equinox alive. Now Shot is in a bit of trouble. Might have to move away from this O2, but look at 2Arc. Everybody is about to fall. Equinox moving in with a strafe. They're getting kill after kill. Sunshine is somehow... Sunshine is somehow escaping, but still, Vala died, but not before she also eliminated Kalthas. Great play here once again. Resurgence with the level 13 now as well. The Frost Shot, the Ice Block for Malfurion, Icy Veins on Jaina, and the Prescience. Great plays here on their part. Still pretty solid moves also from 2Arc, but overall it's just that slight lead that we see all the time for Resurgence in this game. But we all of course remember how the last game ended. It was a very close game as well, and then a few fights turned it around several times. Right now it's all about that top lane though, where the Arcane Punisher is making its way in. Lunara is trying to get experience at the bottom of the map, soaking that in as well, but the Punisher over here is doing solid work, going for the tower, going for the fort, and everybody is just like following up with additional damage. They need to be careful since it's near down, and that's exactly why. Entomb against Stitches, using the Force Wall here as well for a bit of zoning, and Lunara actually falling at the bot lane, taken down by Equinox, while the fight at the top was still raging. Yeah, Equinox actually playing super solid here right now. Taking down Lunara, that was a big move, and now they are still in a 4 versus 4 up at the top lane, but that kill at the bottom, that really helped them a lot. So once again, the teams are going for it. Lunara down for another 14 seconds, and Vala is on her way. Equinox is moving in. Healing Ward positioning is decent, but we have already Leoric in play taken down, and here comes Vala. Vala moves in, starts with a Frost Shot. They're trying to go for that camp, but the kill against Stitches. Maybe a bit too greedy here. They thought they could take it, but even in a 5 versus 4, it didn't work out. And Lunara is back now. Again, the Entomb, this time against Malfurion. Much, much better. And the kill, Malfurion is dead as well. Dead even in experience. The teams are once again even in experience. And here's a lockdown against Jaina. Goodbye, Killick. Triple kill. They went for the camp, they got a bit greedy, they got locked down, played a 5 versus 4 in the situation, but it was already a bit too late. Kalthas with the 13 talent, delivering the chain bomb 6 days to Sunday, one after another, dropping their heroes and making sure that they get all of the damage in. Khaldor now, as you can see, 31,000 damage already. Only Vala stronger than him with all of those multi-shots that she dishes out, and of course also the strafe that we've been seeing him use several times now. So in terms of the stats, very solid play here, especially of course by Khaldor with those bombs on those close spots. And if you all just like cuddle up on one of those platforms, then of course you are just asking for trouble. In talents, we're now also seeing for Lunara again the unfair advantage. Thornwood Vines, as I said, Nature's Culling has been taken, plus the Natural Perspective, the Dividing Wisp in this case. And now the Let Them Wither. Once again, the same talent that we already saw in the last game that he used there. We are seeing also the Renewed Swing. Oh no, Consumed Vitality has been used for Leoric after he went into the Ghastly Reach on level 7. So for now, we have at least Pulverize for the slow take. Now that's an interesting choice. Giving up... Yeah, well, I actually can't remember when I've seen that the last time. If you don't go for a slam build, trying to go for the slow here instead of using the fishing hook. So an interesting choice for Deu, apparently figuring that as long as they can keep them in the fights, it's going to be better for them. Having a bit of slow and CC control in those fights is apparently highly regarded now for them. Wraith walking out of there. A nice hook. And of course, hook, that would be nice. Hook and slow. Here's the kill attempt against Leoric, but he's not down. And he's going straight for the Dre Hope against Dehu. But Stitches again should have that hook up in another second or two. We already have Rixie and Killick going for again the Punisher. And so far, Resurgence has more or less claimed every single Punisher in the game. The hook against Lunara, but the chain bombs are there. Dimensional Warp has been used. 16 talents now on both sides. Massive chain lightning build for Rhaegar. Going for every talent. Ice block on Malfurion. Stitches down, Malfurion down. And this is now the time to shine for Team 2 Arc. They are going in for the kill against Jaina as well. Wraith walking in. We're seeing Diablo is trying to make it here. Tassadar is on the move back. Jaina is down. And they are just eliminating everything to Arc. They don't waste time here. What an amazing series. First we have Resurgence take game number 1, then 2 Arc in another nail-biter game on Sky Temple is able to turn things around and force his third game. And at this point 2 Arc is in the lead. An entire level in kills, 12 against 8. Up to the top lane though, we have the Cam starting to push in a bit harder. That Shaman's still alive, that's putting pressure on the Keep. Talking Keep, talking pressure down to the bot lane. The same happening once again, and this time against Resurgence. They're losing their first Keep in the game. And 2 Arc, they're still poking a little bit. They have that punish on half HP. That buys time for them to move away, maybe steal a couple of camps. Well, I guess that's not going to happen. There are no camps around that are to be taken. But the Keep is also suffering the first amount of damage over here up at the top. Mid lane, Fort has been taken. And over here, LZ is eliminating that Shaman. Spears that dirty Shaman right away. The problem really for Resurgence is that experience lead. It is absolutely crazy. 19.5, a 2-level lead right now. All that 2 Arc has to do is make sure that they get the XP, don't play greedy, play safe, make sure that you get the extra talent in, and then try to fight for the next Punisher. And if you get that, then you have a very good shot of actually eliminating another Keep, and maybe even go for a core if you get the opportunity to do that. Bot lane, that is being attacked. Top lane has been taken. Well, the camp has been taken at the top lane. It's going to pressure a little bit more against the team in blue, against Resurgence. Their own camp is still up for or down for another minute. And the mid lane pressure here. Look at that. They're trying to go for the wave. They're not even bothering with the bot lane here. But that opens them up to a potential attack. I'm not quite sure if that's really what they want here. Here comes the potential hook and misses. The root was on the ground. Tenacious Roots, of course, the level 16 talent here from Malfurion. And I mean, if you go for that build, it's more or less a no-brainer to go for it. That particular one. There's the level 20 now once again. The Forest Wrath taken for Lunara as a level 20. We're seeing a double Hardened Shield on Muradin and also Leoric. And Bolt of the Storm for Kel'Thas for safety with Rewind on Rhaegar. And now we have the team starting to move in again. No announcement of another shrine just yet, but they can, with that camp, start to push the top lane, which is exactly what they do. Phoenix should be there any moment right now. Crowan can drop it. They take the first tower, they take the second tower, and it's the top lane Punisher that is now going to spawn. Punisher has been announced, and now, like for Resurgence, this is... Uh-oh, Bambi. If Lunara dies, that would be... Okay, that would be a great start, but no, it's not looking like it. They're going in for the kill against Dehu. They're trying to get Stitches. It's very, very close. And nice Ring of Frost. And also a pretty decent strafe, at least at first, but there's the kill against Jaina, and they're not stopping there. No, they're definitely not. They're going in with another lockdown against Rixie. trying to drop. Oh my god, that damage! Down goes Malfurion. It's a double kill once again. 14 kills against 8. The Shrine is active at the top lane. It is a Frozen Punisher that we're going to see. And it looks for a moment like they might even go for that camp over here now to take that away. Already Equinox poking from a distance again. I mean, they're buying some time, and that definitely works, but Leoric is already busy up at the top lane, securing themselves the first few minions. This one is, of course, going to be taken. Yeah, Sunshine with the bunny hop. There's the kill, and Equinox is falling now too. It's a disaster for Resurgence. They were so strong in that first game. They were able to make it work, but now 2ARC, they are just going full god mode here. Level 21 versus 18. 2 heroes on the map against 5. They go in. They want to go for that keep without that boss team. They want to finish the game now. They want to make sure that the keep is gone so that they can use that Punisher to finish the match itself. Pudric Ball has already been used. There goes the keep. Tassadar is very, very low. Murden jumps out, but yeah, this could be another kill against him. Look at Deo, Tassadar is dead. He's getting jumped. All that poison damage is absolutely crazy. Leoric is saying like, whatever, Punisher, no Punisher, I don't care anymore. Let's finish it now. They jump in to take down now also Stitches, and this opens up the entire setup here. We have already catapults in place, and they go for the core. This is 2ARC trying to finish the game. Killing low and down. The kill once again, and ladies and gentlemen, 2ARC, they take it. They win 2 in a row. They drop Resurgence. Amazing performance here by Team 2ARC, and they are victorious on Infernal Shrines and take the best of 3 series here at the North America Finals.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is GG and the end of another series here on Khaldor TV with Heroes of the Storm. So once again, we have another video finished, and I hope that you enjoyed the commentary and that you liked the game, of course, as well. It was a pleasure casting the match for you. And if you guys really enjoyed it, then make sure that you give that video a thumbs up on YouTube. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to do that too. If you have friends that are interested in Heroes of the Sports esports scene, then definitely recommend the channel to them, or just show them the video if they want to see like a bit how the pros are drafting here, especially of course when it comes to the North American scene, European scene. And I mean, these days we even have a couple of Chinese games on the channel here, so I hope that you enjoy that as well. That being said, thank you very much for watching again. I'm going to see you guys next time with more Heroes of the Storm content here on the channel. Have a great day and enjoy your week, and see you soon. Bye bye.